Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be making some paper pumpkin alternates using the September 2025 Fall for Toile paper pumpkin kit, okay? But before we get started on our project, of course, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. We have our Cozy Christmas paper pumpkin kit. It's going to make 9 cards. Pecan pie is the stamping spot. We also have the Abundant Joy add-on dies for $12 that coordinate with October, November, and December paper pumpkin kits. And I have a link in the description box below for you to sign up for the paper pumpkin if you have not already done so. Next, we have our Stampin' Rewards program where you earn 10% on all orders $20 or more, excluding tax and shipping. Redeem rewards on future orders. Track and save rewards in your online Stampin' Up account. And those rewards do expire after 12 months of the earning date, okay? Next up, we have our Join special. During the month of October 2025, our starter kits have 2 options. Join Stampin' Up's worldwide community of crafters and creatives. For $125 worth of products, you're only going to pay $35. And then for $189 worth of products, you can pay $99 and your shipping will be free. So it's your choice whichever kit you want to grab and get. So there's no obligations, no pressure. So if you want to join, you can join Honeybee Stampin' Hive. $35 or $99, your choice of how much you want to get for free, okay? Lastly, we have our mystery boxes. These are our medium flat rate USPS boxes that I have stuffed full of new and used retired Stampin' Up products. I'm asking just $35 for each box. Shipping is included in that $35. And if you're interested, please email me at stampwithshana@gmail.com, okay? And that is all of our buzzworthy business for the day. So let's get started on our project because we're going to make a shaker. First thing we're going to do is put the inside together. So this is our inside. I have a piece of designer series paper. Well, it's not designer series paper. It's part of a card base from the kit. And it's a 1/2 inch by 3.5, or I'm going to cut it down to 3.5. Yeah. And so we're going to go ahead and glue that on at the bottom. And our basic white here is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And we're going to mount that onto some early espresso. That is 5 by 3 3/4. Okay. So let's do this here. Trim that little bit off. Whoop. Get our stamping seal so we can add this to the layer of early espresso. Just like that. And then we're going to add this to the inside of our card base. And our card base is crumb cake, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Whoop, those are my pieces. And we are going to just add this on the inside of our card base here. Very simple, just like that. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is get a piece of another card base. And this one I have cut down to 5 by 3 3/4. And we're going to do a little bit of stamping. The only stamping that we're doing in this project. So I have some early espresso ink and the stamp of the geese here. And let me see. We're going to be using this piece from the kit as well. So I want to put this on. And I just want to make sure I stamp within this frame. Okay, so that is all the stamping we're doing. Okay, so now let's put our shaker together. So like I said, we're going to use this piece from the kit, and I've already gone ahead and put some tearing tape on the back. And I'm going to go ahead and release the backing of this tearing tape. I put it all around the frame. Tearing tape, if you're new, is just a double-sided adhesive. It's called tearing tape because it's tape that you can tear with your hands. You don't have to use scissors. You can, but it's just simple to tear it with your fingers. Okay, so I took that off because I have a piece of window sheet here that is 3 7/16 by 4 11/16. I just wanted a bit smaller than our piece from the kit. Okay, so we have that. Next thing we're going to do is put some of the foam adhesive strips This is very good to use for shakers. You can use it for any of your projects, but for shakers, these are my absolute favorite because they're long strips, double-sided foam strips. And I'm just gonna take this all the way around. And I'm bending it so that I don't have to cut it. And when you're doing a shaker, you want to make sure that your foam strips don't have any breaks in it. So you want to get those ends right up to each other, okay? Then we're going to take our scissors and cut this right here. Just like that. And then we're going to take this and glue it down to some earthen toned metallic specialty paper, and the color is brown. That is what it says. So we're going to just adhere this down like this. So I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal only because the liquid glue on foil paper is kind of messy, and I can handle I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. I can handle putting it down better when it's the Stampin' Seal. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't leave such a big mess like the liquid glue does. Trying to make sure it's even. Okay, so we have that. So now what I'm going to do here is add my elements that I want on the inside. So I die cut using the Circle of Season dies. This is a paper pumpkin add-on that coordinates with the July, August, and September kit. So these are the dies. And I cut them out, cut out 5 Cajun Craze. I'm just making sure they're turned over the right side. Okay. And then I did 5 in the earthen tone metallic paper. So we're just gonna set these in here like this. And then I have the loose sequence, it's loose gold sequence. And I'm just gonna put a couple of pinches in there, not too many. Whoop, that's good. Get the ones that's falling off my fingers. Okay, and let's close this up so we don't make a sequence mess. Okay, so now we have that. So we're going to remove the backings of our little strips here. And we're going to place this over our paper, our cardstock. Or our Paper Pumpkin Designer Series paper, as I call it in my head. So we're just going to place that right down in the middle, and our shaker is made. So there you have it. So now we're just going to add this to our card base. With some liquid glue. And did I tell you that the earthen tone, the foil is 5 1/4 by 4? And you've seen that I cut the middle out because that's what I used to die cut the leaves, was the middle of the paper, since it's not going to show. I wanted to save some of it. Okay, so we have that done. And the last thing we're going to do is add our sentiment. And this is from the kit as well. So I just got a little bit of tear and tape on the back of that. And we're going to put it right up against this side here. Like so. And that is it. That is our shaker card. This is one of the alternates that I made with this kit. And let me show you. I used all of these frames that was in the kit. So the first one I used was on the card when I unboxed and demonstrated how to make the kit. So what I did was cut this front off and mounted it on a card base of Early Espresso. So this is what the card originally looked like from the kit. So I just changed it so I can use the back for alternates. Then with this same frame, I made another shaker, but this was on Cajun Craze. On the inside is a piece of very vanilla. And I used a different background, a different card base. And I didn't stamp on it. But on the inside, I put more gold, and it's kind of getting stuck. So that's why I didn't put as many sequins in this one. Okay. And then these are the other two cards that the kit made. And I cut those in half as well and mounted them on Cajun Craze. And this is Basic Beige. So I didn't do anything different. I just mounted it and that's it. Okay. So these are my first 5 alternates using the 2025 September Fall for Toile paper pumpkin kit by Stampin' Up. All right. Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.